For any of you guys who don't know who I am, my name is Monique Bryan, and I am so excited to have you here. I am your success coach, which means not only do I cheer you on to the finish line to have you reach your goals, but I also give you the tools and the roadmap to get there. I deal with no nonsense lady bosses who want to push their shit forward. Okay, all right, good. I do business coaching, so I'm glad you asked. Yes, I am a business strategist. I have worked in business development and product development for over 10 years, and I absolutely love helping people get their juicy, delicious life. And that is what the course that I teach, my online live coaching course, is called Jumpstart Your Juicy Delicious Business. And it's all about taking your business and your life and recognizing that they are one and the same, and you can have anything you really want. You just have to create the roadmap to get there. Yes, your success coach. So I am live from Toronto, Canada in the ice storm, which is supposed to be spring. I'm just saying. And I am here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. at your Dirty 30. This is your Dirty 30 minutes for business tips in case you didn't know where you have stumbled upon. So today I want to talk about, thank you, #roadmap. I want to talk about how to battle overwhelm, because this is such a big topic that a lot of my clients deal with, everybody deals with, and what I find is it actually has you stop in your business. Sometimes overwhelm can take you to a place where you're like, okay, I don't know what to do, so you end up doing nothing. There's too much coming at me, I can't do it all, so I do nothing. And what I want people to understand is overwhelm is a state of mind. Let that sink in for you for a minute. It is a state of mind. Thank you, Slag Toronto. I'm glad you like this topic because it's such a big one. And I had myself in this space this last few days. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're redecorating, and I have the course, and I've got a workshop coming up, and I've got all of these tools and templates I'm building, and the video content. Oh my God, I'm just so overwhelmed. It's like, think about when you say that to yourself. You literally take yourself out of this game. Because then you're like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do anything. Oh, I can't. And you become short with people in your life. You're not that same bubbly, wonderful person that they know you to be because you're dealing with overwhelm. And what happens is you make a lot of mistakes when you're feeling that feeling of overwhelm because you're rushing, you're doing, you're like, oh, I got to get this done. I got to get that done. And you're probably not eating right. You stop going to the gym. And you're reeling out all of those significant people in your life, okay? Except for in my case, because my husband don't play that. He's like, you better go to your office and shut the door, okay? Don't bring it over here, okay? And that is a recipe for disaster, people. It is a recipe for disaster, and it can be avoided. So I want to talk about some of the things that I do to battle the quote-unquote overwhelm, because guys, overwhelm is really just a state of mind. If you were to tell yourself in that exact same moment in time that you're just living a big life versus, oh, I'm just so overwhelmed, you will totally transform your state of being in that moment. Guaranteed. Try it. Let me know if it works and DM me. Okay? So I wrote down some of my favorite ways to battle overwhelm. Okay, first of all, we all have a list. And I mean, you know the list I'm talking about. That overrunning 9 million things on it, can't wait to cross it out. It'll make me feel so good, but it never ends list. That is a very detrimental thing to have. Why? Because every time you cross something out, you just add more to it. It never ends. So you're never feeling like you actually are taking things off of your plate because you're just adding more. What you want to do is pick, all right, bear with me, is pick your top 3 things that you want to do in that day. And that's it. The top 3 things that you want to do in that day that you want to accomplish. Now, I was going to say 1, but I know some of you are going to be like, 1, Monique, you crazy. I got so much stuff to do. There is no way. And I am talking about specifically around your business. I'm not talking about things you need to do to maintain your health, your family, or your relationships. That is a separate topic. I am strictly talking about the list that you have created for your business, the things you need to do to have your business run today. Pick your top 3 things and put them in order of importance. And don't do anything until you've done these 3 things. And when you have your very first one, your number 1 thing, you don't move on to number 2 because it's easier. You do your number 1 thing. And your number 1 thing is usually the hardest, takes the most time, and you probably don't want to do. That thing is your 1 thing. And I talk a lot about this on this feed, guys. Your 1 thing that would make everything else on that list unnecessary or unimportant. So it's that 1 thing that would push your business forward, or your week forward, or your day forward in a way that you're like, yes, I've got the biggest chunk of my list done. The biggest task I didn't want to deal with is complete, and I can breathe easy. And don't do anything else until that's complete. Because once that's off your plate, that that overwhelm that you're feeling will dissipate, okay? So anybody on here, if you got your 1 big thing and you know what it is, I want you to put it in the comments, okay? Put in your comments, put your 1 big thing that you're only gonna work on this week. That's it, that's all. And the other thing about your 1 thing is you wanna make a block of time that you're going to work on it. So you're gonna schedule it. Guys, that which gets scheduled gets done. Hey, Jamila. Welcome. So Renata, yours is website offering content. Yes, we talked about this yesterday. That is the 1 thing that if you did it, you would be able to then talk about your coaching services, talk about what it is you're doing next, maybe even find out where you may be missing something. A lot of the times when we write out our offerings, we're writing them usually from our own perspective, right? Like, what is it we want to offer? This is what we're writing. This is what we're offering. However, once you write it down and you start having people read it, or you start pitching it or selling something, then you're going to really see if your offering has the right value in it. Is it relaying the value to the person who's going to use it? But you'll never know that for sure until you start writing it out. That's why it's so important, guys, that 1 big thing usually that you need to do and you don't want to do. You know, sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's like, I don't know how to do this. Where do I start? You really just start. You start with 1 thing, because you'll never know if it's perfect. It'll never be perfect, but you'll never know if it's right until you start offering it to your customer, until you start offering it to your clients. They're going to tell you if they want it. They're going to tell you about what pieces of it works, what pieces of it does not work. But you've got to sit down and create it first. So thanks, Renata, for putting that in. Yes. So who else? Who has like their big juicy thing that they need to be doing that they're totally procrastinating about, and they're doing all of the other, you know how you do all of the other little things on your list because they're easy to do, but that big thing just sits there. And the fact that it's just sitting there, it's like this weight in the background that you know you need to handle, but you don't. So everything else that you're doing in your life and in your day is colored by the fact that you have this big thing over your head that you need to go accomplish. That's exhausting. That's like exhausting, isn't it? So get it done, get it off the list, and then go live your juicy, delicious life, because that's all that this is about, okay? So Pat says she wants to complete her branding homework. Nice. So Pat, when are you going to complete it? Like when do you have this scheduled to complete? And don't give yourself a lot of time. Guys, you want to use short timelines for things. The longer the time you have to complete something, the longer you'll take to complete that something. And it's really like, if you research this, like you can Google this is actual science. If you give yourself tons of time to complete something, you'll take a ton of time to complete it, right? So Pat, if it's Friday, it's like you want to just ask yourself if it's possible for you to get it done by Wednesday. Because I guarantee you'll get it done if you had to get it done by Wednesday. And you guys may have daytime jobs, you may have other things going on, but if you had a deadline like no business, like you were like, it's got to be done, you'd get it done. Hey, Edwin, what are you doing on my feed? How are you? My financial advisor's on here. Hey! So Pat, I'm challenging you to move up that deadline and get it done and get it off your plate. Because the question you guys want to ask yourself for the list that you guys are building, number one question, how long has it been on your list? If it's been on your list longer than a week, you want to ask yourself how important the thing is and what is it you're telling yourself about getting this thing done. Like really, guys, don't have your stuff on your list for a week. If it's moving from week to week to week and getting pushed, it's not important to you. It's really not. Or you need to go get help to get it done. You either need to get an accountability buddy, and that means somebody you tell that you're going to have something completed by, and have them hold you accountable and check in with you and set reminders. This is what I do for the people who are in my course. We buddy up, I put them with an accountability buddy, and the things that they say they're going to complete by the end of, by whatever date we set, I have their buddy put an alarm in their phone to message them at this date. I have them put an alarm in their phone to have it completed by this date. So this way you are reminded that somebody's watching and this needs to get done. Guys, we all need help sometimes. We all need someone knocking on our door being like, hello, hello, right? And my accountability a lot of the times is you guys. If I'm creating something new and I'm like, it's gonna be out by Friday, it better damn well be out by Friday or you're gonna be like, what the hell? This woman is not serious, right? So when I'm like declaring something, I tell you guys, so this way I push my ass into action. So get an accountability buddy, guys, so you get your one big juicy thing done and off your list. Car says, I've got a long list of event sponsorship emails to send. Oh, and I know those aren't fun. I've done that before. That is not fun. And when are you going to do it by? What is your, and not the deadline where you have to have it done by, but when are you going to make a deadline for yourself so you get it off your plate and go do all of the other amazing things that you're up to? So Car 023, when is it going to happen? Let me know, let me know. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Likewise, hold you accountable for your own words. Yes, 100%. Accountability is everything, guys. I'll take the challenge. Oh, Pat, yes, Pat's gonna take the challenge. You're feeling busted. I get you. But guys, your big juicy thing, that big thing that's in your way, the big thing that's weighing on your mind that you need to check off your list, don't do anything else until that's off your list. And I guarantee you, you will have a feeling of relief when it is no longer there. So, Car, I gotta hear it. I want you to declare it here in front of everybody. When are you gonna finish your sponsorship emails? Or when are you gonna when are you gonna sit down to write them? That's all I wanna know, right? Hey, Ashla. Hey, people, everybody. If I missed you, sorry, it's because I don't, scrolling on your scroll. Car, by Tuesday morning, because I leave the country Wednesday, guess I have work today. Car, girl, I'm tempted to tell you to come off the feed and go work. Yes, by Tuesday, because you're leaving on Wednesday. 100%. Nicole, it's hard, but so true. Yes, it is, guys. This is like time management 101. You know, as Brian Tracy, motivational speaker, author, would say, eat that frog first. Meaning, do the hardest thing that you don't want to do first in your day. Don't do anything else. Hey, Think Eat Be Well. Welcome, girl. We are talking about battling overwhelm and how overwhelm is just a state of mind. If I haven't said this, guys, enough, or if you're just coming on, that is numero uno. Overwhelm is just something you're telling yourself that you're in. It's not actually happening. It's not happening to you. You've put all of the stuff on your list. You are living a big life, and that's wonderful, right? So the overwhelm is just something that you're telling yourself to give you an excuse to not have to, one, do everything on your list that you said you needed to do, meet up with friends and go out and have a good time, be nice to the people around you because you're like, oh, I'm so busy, I'm overwhelmed. Like, that's what overwhelm is. So we're just going to eliminate that from our vocab. All right? So we talked about doing your number one thing first, the hardest thing, the one you don't want to do, the thing that's weighing on your mind. Do that first in your day. Block out the time to do it. Like, first schedule it. I didn't freeze. I'm looking at you. Schedule it and then block out a time block to do it. So if I'm saying, like, guys, for those of you who are in Toronto, I hope you're coming out to the workshop on the 25th with Make Lemonade and She Does the City. It's going to be awesome. Wicked panel coming up. Nicolo Salmon's going to be on there. And we are going to be talking all about, like, your tribe, your business. And I'm going to have this rock star workbook for you guys that I've been developing and telling myself I'm overwhelmed because I have to get it done. It's like, no, I didn't have to do a workbook for you guys. I really wanted to. It's something that made me really excited. And then, yes, it was work. That's all it was. And I had to block out, like, I did not leave this room for 5 hours at a time and just type, edit, type, with my fingers falling off to the point my eyes I can't see. And then I had to send it to people to read because I couldn't even read it anymore because my eyes were like this, okay? But you've got to block the time, put out all distractions, and get it done. And it's done. I had to get it to my branding team in 2 days. They were like, we can get it done by the 25th, but Monique, it's got to be in my inbox by 9 a.m. And I was like, then that's it. That's it. That's all that's going to happen. So guys, give yourself really short deadlines and you will make it happen. 100%. Yes, Nicole, you can't wait. Yes, guys, go look up Nicolo Salmon if you want to be at the workshop. Find out who's going to be on the panel. The link for tickets are in the bio. It's going to be great. We're going to have breakout sessions, panel discussions. It's going to be wonderful. Come meet some like-minded lady bosses, okay? Think, eat, be well. It's an excuse that gives you permission to slack. 100%. When I tell myself I'm overwhelmed, I'm like, I can now go watch some Netflix. I have worked so hard. No. You don't get to go watch Netflix until the work is done. I'm not saying don't take a break. Your brain needs to break, but you don't need the break to turn into 3 hours binge watching on Netflix. And you know you do it, okay? Because I do it, so I know. Hey, Wendy. Wendy, how are you? This is a perfect timing for this message. I'm drowning in ebooks and it's stressful, but you are so right. Overwhelm is a state of mind, is a mindset. Thanks for saying that, Wendy. Yes, I can only imagine the amount of ebooks that you're in right now. I know you got a lot of things going on. And what you may have missed in the beginning is what I was saying is when you're overwhelmed and you're telling yourself you're overwhelmed, to just eliminate, don't say to yourself you're overwhelmed. Your brain believes whatever you tell it. That's it. So tell yourself, I am living a big, beautiful, delicious life. And this is what it takes. I've got these amazing ebooks that I'm creating. I can't wait to put them in the hands of my customer and just get to work. And that's it. Because the deadlines that we set for ourselves are, first of all, created by us. And first of all, second of all, can be moved. Guys, give yourself short deadlines. And if they don't work, move it out. It's okay. Ain't nobody, tell people. If it's somebody else who's depending on you, let them know. Guys, communicate what you need. Communicate what's going on with you. Tell whoever else, if you're on a team and people are like, listen, this is the deadline and whatever, and you know, first of all, you got to make sure you've been working on it. But you know you've been working on it, but now it's not going to be a reality, or you're going to like make yourself sick or whatever the case is, let the person know. Say, listen, I have done everything in my power to make this a possibility, and it won't happen tomorrow, but I can do it the following day. Being in communication is so key to getting what you want out of life, getting what you want out of a team, building authentic relationships with people who trust you is everything. You are human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna miss deadlines. Do, okay? And that brings me to my next point is have compassion for your damn self. Guys, and that's something I need to constantly be told by my triad, my coach, my people who work with me. It's like, Monique, it's okay. Like, have some like compassion for yourself. Like, you've been working hard. It's okay that this isn't going to happen, or that's not going to happen, or this is going to happen today. So forgive yourself, guys. You guys are living big lives. You are making impact in the world. You are trying to make other people's lives better. That is going to require a lot of you, a lot of the times, right? So as long as you guys are doing something that lights you up and you love to do, and you are excited to do it, like you're excited every morning when you wake up to do it, then keep on doing it. If you have a lot of feelings of feelings of dread or angst, or you're not excited, okay, this little pop-up thing is gonna happen and it's gonna piss me off, okay? We are 8 minutes and we are done. Okay, pop-up, relax. Then you wanna reevaluate the business that you're building 100%. So for any of you guys who don't know, I am a breast cancer survivor, thriver. And before I got breast cancer, I was happy. I have the most amazing husband in the world. I've got great friends. I had a lot of great things happening with me. However, after I got cancer, after I went through treatment, after my brain woke up, after all of those medications, I had a new outlook on life that was like nothing I've ever experienced. And it was really just that feeling of there's no more waiting. There is no more promise of later. So whatever it is I want to be doing has to be now. It will be now because I say so. That is why I built this particular business. That is why I deem myself your success coach, because it is all about getting what you want because you say so. Having what you want, not apologizing for it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how frivolous you think it is. It doesn't matter what other people think. It's building a life and a business that works with you, works with what you want. And I call it your juicy, delicious business. Because if it is not juicy and delicious, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do something else. That's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that. I'm sorry I'm missing all of your comments up in here. Go to Run Gorgeous, dropping gems as usual. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. Car. Yes, you are welcome for kicking your butt. I will see you on Monday. Thank you for being here. And I will continue to preach, Wendy. Thanks, girl. So to Wednesday, yes. So Wednesday is going to be a different time, because I have a very important doctor's appointment that they don't give a damn that I do Instagram Live at this time. They're like, Monique, you are going to be here for your checkup. So Wednesday, I am going to figure out another time of day to be here. And I will alert you through the Instagram story of when we're going to go live on Wednesday. So it'll probably be just past 11, but I'll be back on regular timing on Friday. And I just wanted to leave you with that. So people in Toronto, the workshop is coming up on the 25th, limited seating. The link is in the bio. And for anybody who's in Atlanta, I am going to be speaking at eCode on June 23rd. So if you're in Hotlanta, DM me, let me know you're gonna be there. Super excited. And for anyone in Toronto with this weather, be safe. Those roads are crazy, and I am not leaving my home today. I am just doing work. So guys, no more overwhelm. No more talking about overwhelm. No more telling yourself you're overwhelmed. You tell yourself you are living a big, juicy life, and that is what it's gonna take. And don't make these long laundry lists of things to do. One thing. Get your one thing, knock it out this week, short timeline, get it done, schedule it, and get an accountability buddy if you need one. Don't leave it to chance, because you will sell out on your word. You will sell out on your word to yourself quicker than you will sell out on your word to anybody else. And we may have one just on that. We may have a feed, Dirty Live just on that. Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you guys for being here. Slag Toronto, thanks for supporting. Thanks for being here. And guys, have an amazing Monday. And I will see you on Wednesday. Okay, bye.